Toon Jam. Toon Jam.
You're tuning on my jam.
Toon Jam.
You're tuning on my jam.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Hello and welcome once again to Toon Jam. I'm Matt.
And I'm J-Man.
And if you are still with us after that intro, welcome. We are talking today about Daria. Daria?
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 Depends.
I think it's Daria, isn't it?
Tomato.
A MTV cartoon, which is, it started in '97 and ran till 2002. So we're talking late 90s to early noughties. But that's quite a stretch for saying.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say perhaps over here, not that well known.
No.
I don't know about over in the States. Maybe better known, but
it's more engineered towards the US folk.
Yeah.
I suppose.
However, it was created by Glenn Eichler and Susie Lewis Lynn, who both worked on Beavis and Butthead previously. Yeah. Daria is actually a character from Beavis and Butthead, and a spin-off, though it has nothing to do with Mike Judge, other than his permission.
Yeah. He was like, yes, you may.
But apparently he was too busy working on King of the Hill.
Ah, yeah.
And there is news that I might wait till later to.
He holds us, lets us dangle. The carrot is there.
We shall see. Anyway, that's the preamble out of the way. Quite a short amount of it today. Let's go into our first segment, memories.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's start with you, Mr. J-Man. What are your memories of Daria?
Well, definitely. I was a fan of the old MTV back in the day.
Yes.
Back when I was a hip young boy,
hip youngster,
wearing my baggy jeans and t-shirt with an astronaut on, maybe. I don't know.
That sounds pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
pretty cool for the time, especially.
Yeah, I did like. It was a pretty cool place for like weird animations and stuff like that. So
MTV then was very different to MTV now.
Yes, if you're just a fan of MTV now, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And I think we will talk about it, but it is a fine example of how different MTV was back then compared to now. MTV
definitely.
now is
a whole different animal.
It's strange. It's strange how far it's come. But it used to be.
I definitely tuned in a couple of times and watched it. And as a younger boy, it didn't really stick with me too much. Like, I enjoyed it enough to watch episodes, but it wasn't something that I'd go out of my way to watch. But I mean, her apathy was definitely like the centre of it. Like,
it was, I suppose, it's more of it's for the MTV audience, which is a bit older, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
So than we would have been when it came out. We'd have been like 8, 9, sort of thing. So
yeah, we weren't quite in that teen mode.
No, so it probably would have been a bit
over our head.
Just like okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll go along with it.
What about you?
I don't remember it at all.
Oh,
never saw it as a kid.
Never.
I only seen it in the past few years that it existed. And when someone this was a recommendation, so I was like, oh yeah, definitely give that a watch. That sounds interesting.
A whole fresh new thing for me.
So let's dig in then. I suppose we're switching it up a bit. I know I said before, New Year, old us, but actually that's not true.
Whoa.
Turns out, New Year, new us.
Who knew?
So that's the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for tuning in.
JK, don't stop listening. No, we are, instead of rambling on about what happened, telling you the episode. You don't need to know that. You might have seen it.
Yeah.
Instead, we're going to quickly give you a playthrough of the episode, very quickly, and then talk about it afterwards in a more general sense.
Yeah.
Bit more fun for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will work. If not, then expect New Year old us. Maybe
Coming
next
right
week.
back. Coming right back.
We'll see. So let's start with our new fashioned segment, playthrough.
Rewind. Playthrough.
Okay, so we've got our playthrough, and we are going to talk about episode 1.
Yeah.
Called Esteemers.
Yes.
So take it away, playthrough, here we go.
Here we go, playthrough. So, we begin. Daria and her family are moving to a new town. They're in the car. They're having a little discussion about how to conduct themselves in their new environment.
Yeah.
And the whole family's up and moving to a new place, and therefore the kids have got to go to a new school. So it's her and her sister, and then it's a mum and dad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they arrive. They pretty much like go straight to school, I think.
Yeah, it's very quick.
Yeah.
In school, in sort of like in the deep end. She's got no mates in class. Blah blah blah.
Her sister is like the popular kid, so she jumps out of the car, immediately popular. Daria, on the other hand, kind of just sort of sifts into the back of the crowd and makes her way through. And it's very much it's sort of just like their first day at school. Like her sister's going through lots of stuff where boys are talking to her.
Yeah.
She's making friends with all the girls. She's immediately got a little crowd. Daria, not so much. And then they get given like a psychological test at some point.
Yeah,
right?
they have to go through their psychological examination with the school just to see where they're at and if they need any help.
That's it. And her sister, who's not the brightest spark, still manages to somehow like ace the test, because all it involves is it's basically like a sort of faux Rorschach test.
Yeah.
Where they show her a picture of two people and she imagines
their conversation.
Yeah, a couple talking, and goes very elaborately into their relationship.
Yeah. Whereas Daria's remarks are just pure snot.
Yeah,
basically.
She keeps going on about like something about
horses
out across the wilderness or something. So as a result, the teacher thinks that Daria has low self-esteem somehow.
Yeah.
We don't really know how they get.
Basically, she's not normal.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing, isn't it? So she ends up having to take self-esteem classes.
Yeah.
Of which her parents aren't very happy about.
No. And she meets like a friend in the self-esteem class who seems to be taking it just for fun. They both take the classes and then decide to flunk out of the class and do something weirder instead, which is go to like a UFO convention.
Yeah.
So they complete the class because her friend's cheated on it. Essentially, she's done it a million times and knows all the answers. And then in a final assembly, Daria like reveals that she's related to her sister, who'd been hiding it the whole time.
Yeah.
And basically outing her to all her friends. So now her sister's equally uncool. And that's pretty much
That's the basic gist.
Yeah. That is a playthrough.
Right there. Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Okay, so that's the episode. Let's talk about sort of your first thoughts that you get, like, as you started watching it. What was the first thing you took from it?
Well, I think immediately it's very 90s grunge. It's got that like from the theme song to the look, like the look of all the characters, all their dress styles are very like, they've got that sort of 90s teen sort of angst look about it.
Which is I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because you watch a lot of the cartoons.
Yeah.
And obviously they all display styles from the 90s. But you don't really see grunge actually that much. All you see is actually rather like remaining punk from the 80s. It's like that's what it seems like adults thought grunge was.
Yeah.
And this is actually the grunge that usually, I suppose, I don't know, like, you know, when you think of like street shots, something, people with massive spikes on their shoulders and stuff like that.
It's like over the top.
Yeah, and it was just like, no one actually dressed like that.
No. It's just like ripped jeans and the
Yeah.
occasional Nirvana t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, just like plaid. Yeah.
Yeah, loads of plaid. But
Yeah.
you don't often actually see it. For
No.
saying it was such a big part of the 90s.
Yeah, because I guess it's the thing of like who's actually creating the content as well.
Yeah.
So you've got that, like the people that were probably making them were a lot like sort of kind of out of the loop and stuff.
Yeah.
So they end up just like you say, like putting what they think it is
Yeah.
as opposed to what it actually was.
Yeah, I think it must
Yeah.
be. And I think as well, like, this feels like a show that was made by Daria.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the way it displays everyone. Because the first thing I took was sort of how normal is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's like, seems to be like the message
Yeah.
of the episode, from like, because it sort of starts off and she's bored of everyone. That's
Yeah.
what it feels like. And then as it goes on, you've got, say, the psychology test
Yeah.
thing. That's a big like, what is normal? Because
Yeah.
one of them's just saying stuff that just is stupid,
yeah.
but you know, it's what we expect a kid that age might say.
Yeah.
And because she isn't saying that, she must have a low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And it is that play, and it's something that hasn't really gone away.
No.
Like, that still
Yeah,
happens.
it does,
Like,
yeah.
And it's just adults assuming what is right and what is wrong, and there's one blanket
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, it's like a one size fits
Yeah.
all. Like, you fit in this box, you fit in this
Yeah.
box, so you're broken.
Yeah.
It's just like,
But it feels like her and, to a degree, her mate are the only people with sense in
Yeah.
the entire.
yeah, the entire episode.
Yeah, because her parents are
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That made me laugh when she comes home and she has the conversation about how she's got to do self-esteem classes.
Yeah.
And like her dad like flips out.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
just like, that's not good, Daria.
He says something daft. He says, what is it? That stinks, Daria.
Yeah.
He's so angry
Yeah.
with her.
It's just
We're
like,
always telling you how good you are.
it's like the complete opposite of what you should be doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very funny.
It's just so
Yeah,
so
because her
stupid.
dad's like, he's got that like real nervous thing about him where it's
Yeah.
like he's kind of trying to keep it all together, but then
Yeah.
his sort of face breaks out and he's like, you can't tell whether to
Yeah.
laugh or cry. It seems
sort of the
most time.
businessman of the 90s.
Yeah, just under so much stress that he's barely keeping it together. Like,
And his mum her mum, sorry, doesn't care
no,
really at
she's
all.
just kind of
very selfish.
yeah,
Sort of just like, she's like, oh, we'll go and do something that'll make you happy.
yeah,
And then
just
she goes shopping for
Yeah.
clothes.
It's
Just
like
seems.
the opposite.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool in that way that sort of it does feel like it's from the perspective of
Yeah.
the teenager, like of the character, whereas usually it's like the character's just kind of in the world that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but it feels like it's almost like a diary, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I think it's pretty funny how they also, with the grunge stuff, it feels like they're constantly trying to welly in songs, like
Yeah,
crowbarring a song wherever you can that doesn't fit at all. Like, there's a bit where, and this is actually quite funny because I've seen people do this where, because the adverts are on,
yeah,
they'll put music on
yeah,
over the adverts, and then as soon as the adverts stop, they turn the music off. Like, they're that desperate to listen to. I don't know. It seems such a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, if you've got say you're sitting with someone,
yeah,
you're watching someone on TV, the adverts come on, you probably just have a chat.
yeah,
But instead, it's like, put this music on really loud,
yeah,
and then you just sit there, listen to it, turn the music on, shows back on.
yeah.
Like,
That's really
desperate to
strange.
just constantly have stuff thrown at them,
That's
like
it.
that they can manage. But I've seen people do that, and
It's
it just
really weird.
always seems like really, really odd. You're so desperate to listen to the music that.
Hooked on that song.
Yeah, like,
Hooked
you
on
can
the
listen
hook.
to it for. I suppose you probably would get a song in the advert breaks, but
Yeah,
but it's just one song.
yeah,
innit?
it does seem better.
How much do you want to listen to
OTT?
a song? Really, at the end of the
How
day.
many times can you
Yeah.
cram it in for the day?
Oh, I've been
Just
10
like-
minutes without it.
That's it.
So bizarre.
Oh man. But
But-
that's just how good grunge was in the 90s.
That's
apparently.
it, yeah. And I really hate grunge. So it was like, every now and again, you're just like, oh,
Ah,
this is so uncomfortable. Oh, just hear the music like, oh,
no.
boo. Yeah, not a fan of it. But
No.
it did. It did. I feel like what it set out to do.
Yeah.
In matching the way that crowd sort of
Yeah.
was.
Do you feel like as you've got older, you sort of align with Daria more or less?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say because I didn't watch it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I feel like I definitely have come to do that. Yeah. And I can see why this would be popular because of that. Because she is the only one with any sense. It seems like.
Yeah.
And which is always a good sort of, but she's still got that almost childish thing where she wants to annoy everyone.
Yeah,
so it's like that's a teenage thing, isn't it? Where like it's the rebellious streak where you just want to, because you're angry and you're full of teen angst, you want to set it on everyone else. So she keeps making her family go to, was it Pizza Forest?
Yeah.
Which is like Chuck E. Cheese type thing. Which is always like, that's something we don't have over here.
No, it's so weird.
It's such a weird thing. Like what? Like you've been to America a few times, haven't you? Have you ever been to one?
No. I've been to a there's like these table things at Disney where you go and have like a meal, and then like Disney characters kind of come around.
Yeah.
And then you just sort of like you
stop
what you're eating, and then you like take a
I've been
photo.
I've been to the one in France, and they do that there as well.
I think that's the closest I've been, but it's never been like full on like singing at your table.
Yeah.
Like it's.
But it's like robots as well, isn't it? That go, or is it got an arcade in there as well, or something?
I think so, yeah. Because some of them have like they're just full of animatronics, aren't they, or whatever? And then like you have people in suits as well.
It's one of those things that you never see it other than in cartoon. I don't think I've ever seen a live action. I've never seen what it looks like a real picture.
No.
American fans,
send
us if you've got a picture or you've been in one, or just go to one for us. Take a picture, send it us.
We need evidence.
I would love to see it. Genuinely, I really would love to see it because it is one of those things. I remember it was in like was it in the Goofy movie or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they have something similar? And then they used to have it in cartoons all the time, and it was like, what is Chuck E. Cheese's?
Yeah,
is it Chuck E. Cheese's?
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese does have one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But I think even at Disney though, it was weird because it's like it's such a strange thing to do, like while you're in the middle of eating.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to stop what you're doing,
and then they
be
come
like,
around and have photos, and
it's very like weird, intrusive.
Yeah, because I remember I was with my mates, and who was it? I think it was Geppetto came round, and he was trying to get a picture.
Really?
And we were like, no, I don't want a picture. Leave me alone. No. It went on for ages. He left, and then I can't remember who it was. Someone came along, and it was like Goofy or something, and he was like, "Oh yes, please, I want a picture." And then I just looked over in the corner, and like Geppetto's there with his head down.
I got it.
Poor Geppetto, the saddest mascot going.
Oh, I got it. As if you already hadn't had hard enough time with Pinocchio.
I know, yeah. It wasn't Goofy, it was Tigger.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and he was one up it. But yeah, poor Geppetto.
Poor Geppetto.
But yeah, going back to what else did you enjoy then?
There was lots of sort of faux MTV stuff as well, which I thought was funny. Like when they were watching TV, there was like stupid adverts on, and then there was like reality shows and stuff. There was like Sick Sad World, which is like that was like a reporter going around and like showing the.
Did they have them then though?
I don't know. I
is that like a bizarre thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the MTV stuff. MTV. This show reminds me of what MTV used to be. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But not in the way that like now it's popular.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily the thing that I don't know. It just seemed cooler than say like MTV now. Is purely
just commercialized.
Commercial, majorly popular, like stuff like is the Kardashians on MTV?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Anyway.
Stuff, yeah.
And like every.
Yeah, and it's almost like. Well, I suppose MTV used to be almost hipstery.
Yeah, it did.
And now it has become what it used to make fun of, basically.
Exactly.
So, like, MTV used to be Daria, now it's Daria's sister.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is really... It's quite sad, actually.
It is sad, yeah.
Because watching this is like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And it has become what it was making fun of.
All the time, yeah.
And it's like the whole... At least, I'm guessing the whole series... is pretty similar, but especially in this episode, it just makes you sad, doesn't it?
Because it does, yeah. I mean, the whole purpose is that it's kind of pointing, like it points at her sister and says that, like, this is everything that's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was MTV,
like,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was that sort of young people, so that would have been everything that was wrong with the world when you were a teenager as well.
That's it.
Is those kind of, especially for that crowd, like you know, the grunge guys and like so I thought the teachers are all pretty funny.
Yeah, they're all
so you've got like the first one that's just like twitchy, isn't he, and always angry.
Yeah.
And then he
kind of looks like
keeps making her answer questions to the point where she answers it.
Yeah.
He says if no one can answer his question, like they're all going to get attention. So when she answers it, he's like, no one likes to show off.
Yeah. He was really funny.
Yeah.
Like he had like way too many coffees or something.
Yeah, and he's just like
super
like massive eyes.
Yeah.
And then there's the self-esteem guy was pretty funny as well.
Oh yeah.
Knew absolutely nothing about self-esteem.
He's just got a script that he basically reads out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
And it like through something like the second or third lesson, he's just sort of doing the Michael Jackson lie down on the desk as he's talking to her. But it's so bizarre because that still happens now. Like if you have any sort of mental welfare teaching or whatever, even so for us it's like the NHS or whatever.
Yeah. You
go to them and it's still just people that have just been taught the absolute
basics.
Yeah. And then they just forward that onto you, and the only answers they've got are in that stuff they forward onto you.
Yeah.
So it's a very general, and they're constantly like, everyone's different. Everyone's got their own different problems.
Yeah.
And these are all the ways to fix them. And then if you don't find it in there, you just feel like, well, what's And it's the same. It's nothing's changed.
It's just a template.
It's so stupid. It's mad, isn't it? Like that. What, this is 20 years ago.
I know.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about, isn't it? 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Just over.
Yeah, over now.
Yeah, flipping it. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely got like a feel about it that shows don't really. I can't think of a. Well, definitely not a cartoon that I've seen.
No, I'd say the closest that comes to it, I thought was the Clerks cartoon.
Oh yeah. It's
got a similar art style, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it sort of has that same, I don't know.
It's kind of
the vibes that come off it, sort of thing. With it.
Yeah.
Almost like the voice acting seems similar. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's because it's not trying to be like overly animated. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of it just seems like they're just normal voices.
It doesn't need to be a cartoon.
No.
Could just be there's absolutely zero in it that makes it need to be a cartoon.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Other than it just makes it cheaper, I suppose.
That's it.
Which is probably why MTV made it for you, because they just started out and they, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Popularity, and then So that's it's pretty interesting. Okay, so is there anything you didn't like about it?
I think a lot of the time, loads of the scenes seemed like they could have been cut like a minute or so beforehand. Like it felt very dragged out for what it was. I mean, I don't know whether that was like on purpose for it to sort of like retain a bit of
part of the sort of
the
overall
feel.
Style of it.
And just sort of like to reiterate how long Daria's day felt.
And a lot of it sort of. It's like they're waiting to land on that little smirk that she pulls all the time.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
she's won one over on. So you could probably cut it before, but maybe they're just trying to do that. Yeah,
because I was thinking, like, in comparison to like Beavis and Butthead, a lot of that stuff is like it's very quick scene to scene stuff. Like it's quite fast paced. Like they just do the stuff, get the gags in, and there's no real waiting around. Like maybe a chuckle, that stupid laugh that they do afterwards.
Yeah.
But with this, there was lots of like sort of silent moments where it was just like pausing for like comedic effect, I suppose. But like a lot of the time, it's very serious or just like a stagnated kind of silence.
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, I laughed. I did laugh when I was watching it, but there was no like. There was no laugh long enough to sort of end to warrant a pause.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't missing anything. It was always like, so it was like a quick that's it, and like, so it was. It felt like more of a subtle humour, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I was chuckling throughout. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
But
what about you? Was there anything that you were like, anything you noticed that no one else really does now for good reason?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it's tough because I did quite enjoy it actually. For me, a lot of it was just the music. I think. I mean, I've always said that they just kept welling in that music, and to a point, where you're like, I get it, you're MTV.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, I know you're MTV, and it just sometimes it didn't fit like the transitions. Like they didn't need an actual song, when they just need like just a quick riff or something to cross the scenes, and it would be like, here's 3 seconds of a real song, and you're just like, all right, flipping. Don't depress me and make it look weird as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't. To be honest, I actually didn't really have much of a problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get down to some mysterious ratings.
Mysterious ratings.
Okay, so our rating system goes as per norm: thumbs up. Yep. Thumbs down. Nope. Shaky middle. I'm on the fence. So, let's start with you, J-Man.
Yes.
What is your rating for Daria?
Well, because it was quite different to the other stuff. I love me some apathy and a general distaste for humanity in the long run, which Daria definitely seems to have. It's a pretty cool like relic of a past MTV, with not really much to I guess grumble about. So for me, it's thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm a thumbs up too. Surprise. Mainly because I genuinely can't really fault it that much, which it's not. I wouldn't say it was my favourite thing we've watched.
No, but
I can't think of anything I didn't really like about it. I thought it was quite tight. I thought the script was good. The performances were good. The animation was unique. Yeah. Other than maybe like Clerks, but that was afterwards anyway. Yeah. I just thought it was a nice, interesting take on a subject that you should see more, but we haven't really seen. Now. Maybe it's a thing where we don't see it in 90s cartoons. Yeah. But perhaps it cropped up a bit more later because it doesn't feel unfamiliar.
No, yeah, that's true.
So maybe it was just, I mean, it is towards the end. So and obviously the MTV cartoons were almost like the Nickelodeon of their time, weren't they? Yeah. Cartoon Network stuff, where that was the next phase where it was like, oh, actually, or like more people are liking cartoons now.
That's it.
So I suppose that was sort of the end of the 90s. Was you've had all these new stars of cartoons where they've got like this underlying adult humour. Yeah. And then MTV were just like, well, let's bring some of it up. Not too much, but to a point where it's not really even for kids, it's for teenagers, isn't it? So,
it's ideally like for teenagers.
Yeah. So interesting one. So thank you for the recommendation. That was from Abby. So thank you, Abby.
Thanks, Abby.
And that's it for this week, I believe. Yeah. We've covered Daria. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you did, that you will go and rate and review us on whatever it is you listen to us on. That would be super helpful for us. We also have a Patreon in which you can get a few extra episodes. At the moment we are doing a Through the Ages special, so stepping away from the 90s and
going further
baby
back.
I'm loving it. So if that interests you, take a peek on there. Otherwise, just thank you as always, and join us next week for more Toon Jam. Stay jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam, and if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.